Here's some stuff about addiction. Carl Jung's view on addiction completely reverses the way that we think about addicts. Instead of being seen as weaker than, or less than, or broken, the addict is placed in close contact with something. Carl Jung thought that the addict wasn't broken. He thought that the addict was encountering their own depths. You encounter the depth, you encounter the darkness, you encounter your shadow, the unconscious. This is the same journey to the underworld that takes place in mythology. And same with the ancient and some modern systems of initiation. Carl Jung thought that the addict was knocking at the door of that initiation process, but that the cycles of addiction were symptoms of a failed initiation attempt. The addiction was replacing the true process that soul needed to undergo on its journey back to itself. Now, modern medical science likes to look at addiction as a disease, something that is genetic in nature. But of course, you're the victim of that disease. You didn't do anything to ask for it, to cause it. One thing about having a disease, it's not your fault. It also takes away your right to encounter it. But while the medical model strips your accountability, Carl Jung hands it back. And I'm not speaking through my studies of Carl Jung. I'm not speaking through some licensure or job title. I'm speaking from my own personal experiences. To Jung, the addiction was the outer symptom, an outer symptom that pointed inward towards a story that person was living out. And that story would point to a specific wound, and that the wounds pointed yet another layer inward towards the very thing that soul was seeking to return itself to wholeness. If you're addicted, you're being called to wake up, take responsibility, regulate yourself, and start the journey of trying to find yourself. Many will be called, and few will answer. That's true. If you're watching this and you're going through addiction right now, man, I can feel where you're at. I actually remember coming across people's videos like this while drinking, suffering quietly, just drowning in YouTube, looking for answers. Cut the shit and give you the spoiler. Eventually you're going to get burnt out from running from your pain, or the pain itself is going to stop you, hopefully before you're dead. And that's going to get you to look at it. And by that turning inward, by witnessing and hearing the pain, that's you doing step one. You got to stabilize your body the best you can first, either on your own or by getting some help. And then here's the next step that everyone misses, and is the reason for so many relapses, my own included. After stabilization, the substance is no longer an immediate danger. You're starting to heal, but you got to participate in that healing. Step 2 is learn to regulate yourself. Exercise, sleep, and nutrition. Wake up day 2, go for a long walk. Eat real food, get some sleep. Pay attention to your dreams. They're messengers. Write them down. You do those things every day, and the fog will start to clear. And whether you want to believe me or just resort to good old-fashioned faith itself, if you stay persistent, do those things every day, as the fog clears, the answers will come. And as you walk that road, keep aiming up. Eventually, you'll start to respect yourself. Hell, you might even find self-love. And when that happens, you'll be able to see the other person. This process of reconnection is also a process of rediscovery. You'll rediscover life, and everything will start to make sense again, slowly. And you'll discover that your fall into darkness has also taught you the capacity to both see, move to, and begin the process of learning to carry the light. There are others that have been exactly where you're at, and they've returned. Those individuals are undergoing their own form of initiation, and we're waiting for you to join us because we need you.